Welcome to Duolinguish, our favorite place to say the shit we can't fit in a carousel. I'm Desiree, a 6'2" Splenic Projector, multidimensional strategist, dreamwalker, and devoted Tantrika.
And I'm Cami, a 2'4" Emotional Projector, embodiment alchemist, and walking proof that pleasure heals.
Together, we built SoulSync not just to serve, but to shift.
This is a business of devotion, co-creation, and cosmic remembering.
Everything we do is rooted in generational healing, sacred wealth, and realignment with the truth that power is never meant to be hoarded, it's meant to be shared.
This podcast is where we speak the language behind language.
Where we drop transmissions that stir your bones, challenge your programming, and invite your leadership to evolve.
We're not here to teach. We're here to transmit.
And if you're listening, you've already been invited to the collective becoming. Hello! Welcome back. You're tuning back into Duolinguish, where language becomes legacy and vibration speaks louder than strategy.
We're your guides through the realms of sacred business, polarity, and multidimensional embodiment, beyond the algorithm and back to the altar.
Today's episode is called The Energy of Influence Without Selling Your Soul. Ooh, ooh. This feels so spicy to talk about today because I'm literally grasping at the edge of coming out of this portal.
No.
Just bringing my head up over the top like, whoa.
This is a freshly ripped
very personal.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, we've watched way too many light workers, light bearers, talented channels in the field of life become mouthpieces for a system that we were born to disintegrate.
Mm-hmm. And we're going all in today on influence, integrity, and what it actually means to lead from source, not from performance. So today's episode is a recalibration.
So let's talk about influence, because nobody wants to be, as coaches, as leaders, as healers, as people who have deeper purpose and know we have a deeper purpose. We don't want to be Instagram influencers, right?
No.
Influence has become a dirty word, really. Might as well be calling ourselves prostitutes. Not that I think that's a dirty word, but you get what I'm saying. So for me, influence has actually changed quite a bit. I realized in the beginning of my journey, I didn't want to be I didn't want to be seen as an Instagram influencer. I also started coaching as a health and fitness coach, though. So that particular industry is very influency, right? It's so
just
trendy.
Surrounded by all.
Because this is how you help people change their athletic habits. The reality is, if somebody, it used to be me, is 115 pounds overweight, there's movement involved, yes, but there's a lot of emotional stuff. There's so many behavioral habits that get to be shifted. And so I realized as I started coaching people, I was like, oh no, actually, I get to be the influence, because how else are they going to know that this shit works and that what I'm saying is for real? Because when it comes to staying committed to health plan, and if you have 50 plus pounds to lose, it's not going to be quick, right? It's going to be like a 6-month plan. It takes real commitment and lifestyle changes. At least
that's like just a start.
6 months is a grace.
That's to get you in a habit.
Right. To get you in a place where you're feeling good and I know you're going to stay committed. But when it comes down to understanding how influence, especially for me as a projector, I'm not a health and fitness coach who's like, go. Like, I'm going to push you, yes. And it's going to be important for me to understand why you don't like certain movements. If there's some kind of emotional response or trauma attached to exercise, these things matter. And I, as the leader, as the healer, as at this point in time, the fitness coach, got to be the one who influenced the energy through which they approached their lifestyle and health and fitness habits.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I started coaching, actually, is when I personally shifted from Oh, I don't never want to be associated with influencers. Till that's what I am, though. I'm an influence. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to direct you, to preach at you, to like force something upon you. I'm here to influence you, to invite you to a new version, a fuller version of yourself.
I think what you were saying before, though, is exactly the difference between egoic persuasion and when people feel a resonance with you. And then we can talk about an oracular resonance because we can just also see things that people can't. So, most of these coaches, these, let's say, speaking especially about the fitness world, I have seen very few really understand that the reason their client cannot figure out, cannot stick to their food or cannot stick to their gym routine is because the sheer experience of going into the gym every now and then, just going to the gym causes such a dysregulation to their body because of whatever belief systems they have in place. For food, whatever belief systems you have in place, whatever mechanisms you use for food, what kind of relationship do you have with food? Simply telling someone to eat this way it does not work, because this, again, with where we go to the egoic persuasion, because most of it is, this is the way, and do it this way.
And also it's built to appeal to the ego. Diets are built so that you lose weight fast, so that your ego is happy, so that you stay on track. The reality is for you as the person that I'm influencing and helping, right? For you to choose to make this a daily habit that I don't have to hold you accountable to all the time. We have to take your ego out of it. You have to stop relying on the quick fixes. And this really bleeds into who I am now and who we are now and what we do now, because obviously we do much more than just live in fitness now as SoulSync. But it's the same thing. I'm not here to persuade you that you are source. I'm here to be the mirror. Every time I remember, every time she remembers, you remember deeper. That's the difference between persuasion and resonance. Are you persuading me with the 3D things, with the carrot in front of my face, and I'm just chasing it? Or am I really resonating with this? And is this a soul fuck yes?
Yeah. Honestly, I think influence should be more of an invitation. And I think exactly the only way we can invite people is sort of by, leading by example. The only way to truly invite someone into a specific frequency is to live that frequency. And the thing is that if you're living that frequency, very rarely are you talking about it. Because you don't need to talk about it, because you're living it. There's nothing to talk about. People can simply see something, and most of the times you don't even know what it is that they're seeing. You're just living, and people are like, "Oh my God, you're so peaceful," or "You're so, I don't know, just wild," and all you're doing is living.
That's also though where the fear is too. Like, we fear what we actually fear as embodied healers, leaders, channels, whoever you are, wherever you are. What you are actually scared of is being in your full power. And before you like, Des, everybody says that. Now, hear me out. Here's the thing. You think you're in your full power because you're getting online every day and you're going live every day and you're talking in your stories and you're not scared to be seen on camera and you're wearing your nice outfits and everything, and your brand is real curated and beautiful, and I love you for it. You've put so much energy into it. I am not diminishing that. I see you. The creativity off the fucking charts. Pop the roof off this place. I get it. You're doing great. And what you're really scared of is to be seen in your crop top and your yoga shorts, living in your power, walking into a liquor store, and people just recognizing who the fuck you are in your day-to-day life. Because what's funny is we'll get online and be loud and proud and powerful and bold and all up in people's faces, and then we go out into the real world Who are we talking to? Who are we interacting with? How are we
Our
living in our
phones.
frequency? Literally.
For the people on the
Literally.
internet.
So you're performing your power. And that's why you're so afraid of your power, because you still haven't really let the cat out of the bag. You still haven't really let the full thing out. And you're like, oh shit, if I let it out, what's going to happen? People are going to actually see me. And this is something I see from even other projectors where this is tricky because, especially as projectors, we're like, oh, well, I just see stuff that you don't. And I don't need to show up online. And wow, I don't need to show up online every day. Yes. What I do get to show you is what it means to live in the frequency. Right? So this doesn't mean I'm giving myself away all the time, being super raw and vulnerable and all these performative things we do, but I'm showing you what it means to live in the frequency.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We influence by being in our own blueprint, not by trying to convince you of anything, because there's nothing to convince. If you still don't know who you are, and if you would like to figure that out, we're here.
I will say, when your field is clean, and I don't mean clean as a purity, I mean clean as in you are fully conscious of choosing what enters your field and what exits. Your presence is the cell. It is the offer. It is the space. There are no words necessary.
People should just want to spend time with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's, I think, the idea.
Mm-hmm.
We can just work with people that we like, that we want to spend time with, that we would like to have around us, frequency that we would like to see in our space. Like with our client the other day, similar to last week was the first time that she has really heard herself in her own reality. What I mean by that is, so far she has only been able to find mirrors of herself in us and in other coaches, in people that are far away from her, that are states away. And so, gosh, this made me so happy with the work that we've been doing. Last week, she had this encounter with the person that she's been going to school with. And all of a sudden, there was this exchange that has never happened before. And she was like, oh my God, I'm not alone. Holy shit, I'm not crazy. And I'm like, look, they're right there in your reality. You are right there in your reality. There you are.
Yeah. And I think that's actually the coaching industry has hijacked influence. because COVID happened, right? We all got real used to only seeing ourselves online in Zoom rooms. And with that, oh, my channel's getting so warm. All right, guys, it's gonna come real raw and unfiltered today. With that came the rise of templates and funnels and all these 7, 8, 9-figure archetypes that we love to admire. We love to adore them. And again, I'm not diminishing anybody's hard work. Please know that I understand how much you have put into creating a 9-figure business. What?
Yeah.
That's wild. You're wild. You're amazing. You are amazing. Congratulations, babe. Man.
I want to help you enjoy it. Yay!
Yeah. Because, I've had billionaires with a B hire me. Not because I could help them make more money. They have all the money they need. Like, they don't need more money. They hired me because they could see in me that I had an easy, conscious access to a certain art, a certain beauty, a certain potent and raw magic within myself that they hadn't accessed within themselves yet. And they want to know how to do it for themselves. And when I really sat back and realized why specifically these people who are making way more money than me, Wait, right now, anyways. I realized that it's because we've been chasing these archetypes that we've built within the industry as a way to define the worth of our work, the worth of ourselves, the worth of whatever it is that like we're trying to prove.
Yeah.
And I'm just so over it.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it that now it's become my fuel, and not in like, yes, in a rageful way, sure, but not in a rageful way where I'm about to come online and like call everybody out. And like, we're not gonna go mean girl style with this, right? And I do desire to start sharing more of this part of me with you guys, because this is something I've been scared to talk about, because I've hired a lot of these archetypes. I'm very close to a lot of these archetypes.
Yes.
I have people in my world who literally live off of templates, fake urgency, and being a 7-figure archetype. This is how they've built their entire life and business. And it's really fucking scary to think that you've spent 7, 8, 9, 10, however many years building this shit up, and now you don't even want it. And you have to be the one to burn it down.
Only you.
Only you, babe.
Can only be you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's one of the things is when we're what you realize, what did you realize that you were really measuring? Right? It was money.
Yeah.
Right?
And performance.
Money and performance.
Yeah.
This is what, so it wasn't, and this is where we're trying to get at, trying to wake people up to the resonance. What about this person is it that you're resonating with? And sometimes we don't realize that what we are resonating with is their bank account. Right? It's not really the person, right? It is what we think they can do that we cannot.
What they've been successful with that we have not yet.
Exactly. However, successful with money and successful with emotional evolution. So, is it really aligned with me? What do I value? Do I value money over evolution? Do I value evolution over money? Do I value both? Whatever the answer is, if this person, it has one thing over the other, it's not going to work. You are going to be missing something. And this person is going to be missing something. And even if they can tell you how to make that money, they sure as shit cannot help you keep it. Right? Because this requires a whole other type of emotional and psychological work. And if all you're doing is following a fucking strategy of how to make money in this 3D Western world, then you will always be a slave to that life, a slave to the grind.
Yeah, it's been hard for me, honestly. Oh, I think I'm getting emotional. It's been hard for me to watch some of my shit.
It's okay.
It's been hard for me to watch some of my friends in the space because I know them for real. I know what their real soul wants. They've told me things that they've never told anybody, even their 7, 8, 9-figure mentors. The ones who we're supposed to tell everything to help us build this vision. They haven't even shared these things with them, but they'll share them with me. Mm-hmm. And then I watch these women get online and look and sound and sell just like everybody else. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, it's so painful in my heart to watch my friends go from soul-led, on fire and passionate to strategy obsessed and possessed because of who their mentor is.
Yes, using trauma hooks, fake polarity,
urgency,
over sexualization.
This is oh my god. It's me, y'all. Y'all saw me last year. Listen, I'm not going to talk about something I haven't also transmuted, okay? We're going to be real.
Yes.
Real as fuck around here.
Let's talk about lust. That's something I've been wanting to talk about. Lust marketing. Here's what I need you to understand.
Any kind of sexy, anything that when you scroll into it, you're like, ooh, this is sexy. If it gives you that vibe, this is the message.
Listen. lust. Having a lust for life. We have turned this saying into this beautiful, it's good to lust for life. However, let's think of how we're spelling ourselves. Now I want to talk about spells and magic. Now my God. You guys. Okay. When it comes to relationships, okay? Do you want a lusty relationship? Or do you want a committed, embodied relationship? Let's talk about lust again. Does lust last? Okay. Okay. Lust fades. Now, let's talk about it again. Is lust satiable? No, it's not.
This is also where we get caught up with desire.
Yes.
Because desire is also insatiable.
Mm-hmm.
We can have infinite desires. So when we're hiring people because we have desires and we speak to our desires,
yes,
they're always going to be speaking to our fucking desires because we have infinite desires.
Hello. You're human. You could find things you want every day.
Every day.
There are new things you want. So the point is this. If you are a coach and you have been using lust to get your clients, this is not to shame you. Look at the society we are in. Everything is lusty. Number one, look at America. This is the country of illusions. The real capital of America, I believe, is Las Vegas. What is Las Vegas? A bunch of fucking shiny lights with a bunch of dehydrated, depressed people. Now, not everybody is. Now, everything I say doesn't include everybody. That's how it works. But the point is, if you are calling people in through lust, and this is the energy that you are using to work and to make your legacy through lust, it will be unsustainable in the sense that you will always be working like a goddamn dog. Your clients will be in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. They will come back, they will leave, they will come back, they will leave, because lust is unsustainable. Yep. And if all you have, you paint this picture of lust, how are you going to help them when life is not lusty anymore? Because life is not always shits and fucking giggles, bro.
Yeah.
Life, sometimes you wake up and you're like, the last thing I want to do is be alive. Yeah. And so part of the practice of being alive is figuring out how to transmute that energy and come back to this zest for life.
It's more of like a wholeness and a fullness. Mm-hmm. When I think of lust, I think of empty, right? I'm just like, and there's not enough.
It's ravenous.
Not enough. Yeah, it's ravenous. Whereas like
that's not hot.
No.
That's not
First
hot.
First of all,
that's not sexy.
How many men stick around, ladies? How many men stick around who are like, I love you so much, I need you all the time. And they don't like that shit, first of all. Okay?
And vice versa, we don't like it either.
Don't like it either. Right? The masculine that lives in both of us is not about that shit. We're like, hey, whoa. Mm-mm. Let's be conscious about this. Do you actually want this? Especially now, because there's a lot of us waking up, quote unquote, waking up. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of us coming out of the mist. And so we are going to start to attract more of these types of relationships with friends, with peers, with mentors even. Like, you're going to start to attract different types of mentors. But it's important that we also are able to notice that even in the evolution, there is still programming.
Yes.
Hi, it's me. I'm literally undoing it right now so you can watch me be messy as fuck.
Yay, humanity.
But in all of the learning that we've done, you've been talking this way to audiences for how many years? You've been teaching yourself how to contort your words to manipulate people for how long? You think you're gonna wake up tomorrow and all of a sudden just be like, I'm a saint.
Yes.
Like suddenly I know how to talk to everybody and everything I say is magic and light.
Wow.
Wow.
What a good dream.
No, baby. We have to deprogram. I catch myself all the time. I'm trying to change the word right now, clients to co-creators. I catch myself all the time. Literally, we'll use both of them to talk about the same person in one.
Yes. Yes.
Because that's deprogramming.
It is.
It's real. And for me, this was my own breaking point. Like, I know a lot of you that are listening to this have been watching me shift and evolve quite a bit over the last 2 years, I would say, especially. It's been very fast. It's been rapid. Kind of asked for it that way a little bit. But last year, I created a one-on-one offer that was my highest selling, best selling live launch to date. And I remember writing something, and when I posted it, like after I had posted it to my story already, right? So it's already in the story sequence. I'm not going to go delete the whole sequence because it was selling. And then I thought, that's not even my voice. That's not even how I actually talk in the real world. But it's selling. It was the highest selling month ever in my business. My best selling one-on-one to date. But I refuse to shackle myself and contort myself just to have one high selling month in business.
1 month.
Yeah.
Damn. We're not here to demonize.
No.
We are here to deprogram. That's what we want to do. And as you can see, we are currently in the process of deprogramming. For example, lust for life, desire for life. Those are things we're trying to actively sort of shift. Gosh, so many words. But there's a difference.
Yeah.
Deprogram. We're not demonizing strategies. We're not demonizing even the way that we have been taught and the way that we have chosen to market, to sell, to build, to grow,
We're not demonizing
to
business
get
even.
Oh.
Wealth, right? We are a business. We have plans to be wealthy as fuck.
Oh my God.
And
But we do want to change that shit.
yeah.
We want to update it. It needs an updating. It needs updates, okay? People need to understand that there are many ways to achieve the things that they would like. And there are ways that are much more true to themselves, to their higher calling, because it does not matter how much money you have, as you are all learning. If you continue to ignore that little voice inside of you, if you continue to ignore that one particular daydream that is bigger than all the other daydreams, as you can see, your brain is still gonna help you go nuts. Okay? It is not sustainable to continue to ignore that side of yourself. It is not sustainable to continue to ignore your soul. As you can see, you know how to make money now. As you can see, you have millions. As you can see, it's not going anywhere. And as you can see, you can always make more at any moment. So what else are you doing? What now?
I don't even need to convince you anymore that you are worthy of the money, right? You know you are. You believe it. You have the proof. I don't need to tell you that you are a perfectly calibrated field for 3D wealth. You know it. And this is part of the problem. You have everything with your eyes.
Uh-oh. Not the eyes.
But not this eye. Not the soulful one. The one that knows what it wants. The heart wants what it wants, right? We ignore the heart. It's just going to keep getting louder.
Ooh. Heart attacks in America.
Literally.
Please let me help you before you end up in any type of hospital.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
So, we're here to deprogram. So what does it look like to deprogram? To have the soul at influence. Look, feel, sound. What is it like?
Chaos. Still looks like chaos.
I know for us, I feel, just based on my experience and the people I have in my world and what I've seen from the industry and such, Cami and I have done a really beautiful job of really investigating our human design and not just how's it going to help us be successful, because this is where a lot of people stop too, right? This is also, again, egoic persuasion.
Which, mind you, I will say, just to so people understand, the business, this is new for me. Thinking in terms of what can I do to make money like this is new for me. So for me, my human design, I was like, how can I be sane? How can I be more sane? How can I stay sane? And for me, my human design has primarily been about this. Now, I am attempting to expand on my human design and understand what I need to do to start operating in this 3D realm, but in a different way. The problem is, though, that we have to make the different way.
Yeah, right, because we're deprogramming, right? So the thing is, it's like, it's not we're just hopping into somebody's structure. It's not like we're just buying a structure from a mentor and, okay, Cami, here you go. We both have the same plan. Some days we're just looking at each other like, what the fuck? What are we doing today?
Like, all right, something different.
And that's real. So for me, thank God we actually are who we are by human design, because we really do complement each other where we need in the biz as well. Like, I feel like we really have wide eyes where the other person might be kind of half sleeping still. And that's beautiful. So for me, as a splenic meaning the body. So for those of you who don't know, splenic is just the body. The body is my channel. Everybody's body is their channel, but we all have one innate way of accessing information. And for me, it's through the body. That's why I'm a dancer. I just posted a dance video for the first time in years. So you guys can go watch and witness me coming back home. But the body is my leadership channel. And so this has been a really interesting learning for me, because I can't always provide words. I don't always have words.
Oh, dancers.
Not dancers.
We're not here to speak. We're here to express.
Literally, if you guys watch any dance show ever,
I love them.
We're the same. We're all the same. As soon as we start talking about it, we're like, oh my God. It's
actually something really hard for me to talk about.
But when we dance, we're powerful as fuck, right?
That's why it was so hard to talk.
That's why it's so hard to talk, because we have so much excitement bubbling up.
It's like, Desiree, how do you feel today? And you're like,
then I just and it's so funny because this like shows up in our friendship as well. You know, when like there's stuff we're working through together. In the past, Cami has been like, well, why don't you, talk to me about it or journal about it first? I'm like, no, I need to move my body first. First and foremost, my body is feeling so many emotions. I need to clear it out so that I can actually hear what I'm thinking and move it through my channel. So when it comes to being splenic in leadership, this is also something that I'm currently working on, which is slowing down with my clients. Our calls right now with our co-creators, you see right there in the real lifetime, you guys, our calls right now with our co-creators with our co-creators are about 2 hours long on average.
yes.
Yeah. Which is very long for the coaching industry, right? Most coaches don't want to spend more than 45 minutes with you. I know, because so it's okay. I love you still. But I needed more time than 45 minutes.
Honestly.
And this work cannot be rushed.
Hell no.
This work cannot be contorted into a certain amount of time. This work has time, it's timeless.
That's the main point that we're trying to make.
Yeah.
We are here to help you even deprogram your concept of time. You have time. Do not let anybody convince you that you must have yourself fixed within 6 months. Let's say you did. Let's just say someone could offer you that. And in 6 months, boop, everything's fixed. Now what is your life? What are you doing now? It never ends, my friends. Slow down. Sit down. You don't need to see how much you can do in 3 months.
And doing is not the only way to lead.
Please. And even so, how do you, okay, someone manages to somehow give you the momentum for you to fucking power through 3 or 6 months. Okay, so is this sustainable?
Right.
Is this something, whatever it is that you manage to do in 6 months, is this something that you can actually do in your day-to-day life? We can go back to fitness coaching. If you need to lose 115 pounds and someone tells you, 8 months, bud, 8 months, I got you in 8 months. Okay, say, sure, you shred that shit off somehow in 8 months. Number one, dangerous. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about your decision in coaches. I'm worried about if you're eating. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you. But once that coach goes away, can you still, on your own, maintain, whatever workout schedule, whatever food schedule you were given? Have you found joy in these 3 to 6 months, so much joy and pleasure in doing this thing and learning how to do this and learning how to take care of your body that you can actually maintain this without the help of your coach?
Where you no longer need accountability.
Oof.
You're now self-responsible
Mm-hmm.
in choosing the thing for you. And this is where it's like also consistency in our frequency, right? We're coming back to what's the living frequency, not just who we are online, not just our posting habits. That shit is wearing me out, by the way. Can I just say, if I hear one more person tell me, not me, tell us, tell the world, to just be more consistent, or just be more convicted, or just be more devoted, no.
That's generator speak.
That's generator speak number one. And hey, baby, I love you. It's time to slow down.
Yes.
But number two, no. Because I'm convicted every day. Like we were talking about earlier, I don't need to post everything for you to know that I'm convicted or not.
Yeah.
It's in my frequency. I don't need to show you my morning rage practice every day for you to know that I'm convicted.
Yes.
I don't need to show you my naked mirror work to prove to you
that I do it.
Because I do it every day for myself, because that's just the responsibility I have within this channel now.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we say from accountability to responsibility, that's what we mean. Because a lot of us are also out here hiring mentors because they keep us accountable, because we're on their spaces and we see them every day and talk to them every day. But if we didn't talk to them every day, what would your business look like?
God damn.
If you didn't have their influence, how would your business feel?
Would you even know what to do?
Would you even know what to do?
So are they teaching you?
Would you know what you want? What you want, not what they want. Not what's successful.
Right.
But what you fucking want. What do you want?
This is good because I think sometimes to be consistent in frequency, you gotta stop working.
Yeah.
You gotta take a break. You gotta not go to the gym one day. Or this was a big one for you. You gotta stop eating so much. You gotta fast. You actually need to not eat so much right now. Actually, your body's been telling you that it's not hungry for the past 4 hours.
Yeah.
And you're like, but my coach says I need to eat, and I know that
I haven't met my macros yet.
and all you know, but is your body hungry? Are you hungry? Well, it's what I'm saying. God damn it. And then it's eating this food. She's like,
I'm fucking full as fuck.
You don't actually have to eat it if you're not hungry. It's not doing shit for you. Right? It's not where's it gonna go? It's going to the toilet. And right now it's just gonna go to your gut and you're just gonna be like, oh shit. But not anyway, you were talking about your authority, the splenic authority. So for you it's body first.
Yeah.
For me, it's emotion first. I must this has also taken me forever because if you meet anybody in my family, you will understand why for the longest time I was like, I don't have emotion. And people believed me. That's how good I was. So I got some good training. So to figure out that I was emotional was, number one, shocking. I was like, what? Is that what that is? Oh. So I've completely numbed myself because of how much emotion, not due to the lack of. I see. It's just overwhelming emotion that I'm just like, oh, I feel like the Grinch, like for so long, my heart, it just hurts, you know? Like, oh. So for me, I know how we make decisions, how we lead. If I feel at peace, it's good. That's it. It's very simple. When my system is at peace, it's chill.
Yeah.
If something feels off, it's off. And it is what it is. If my gut is like, I'm also, I am an emotional solar plexus person, whatever. So I feel it primarily in my stomach. The emotion I feel really heavily in my stomach and right here, like my diaphragm. So if there's any type of jitteriness, any type of this weird, it could almost be exciting, but it's more like hesitation, there's just more to talk about. There's more to talk about, or there's more to verbalize. And that has been a practice for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and a practice also for her learning how to share it, right? I've been in business for, this is year 7. SoulSync was born in year 7. I love that. Anyways, for all my numerology folks out there, you know what it means. And I think that also, like, again, the friendship piece comes in here as well, because it's also being able to say, I need this right now. I know you don't need this right now, but I need this right now for my system. And for me, like, that even happened on Monday. I just woke up in my nervous system. My fucking body was agitated as fuck. I was like, what? For what? For no reason. For no reason. There's
Yes.
We're doing a lot of healing right now, so there's reasons, but
Yeah.
but it would seem like no reason, right? Because when I went to bed, I was happy and peaceful. But my body was so agitated on Monday morning. I had to get out of bed. We meditate together in the mornings. So she came into my room, got in my bed. We were meditating. I did breath work. And I was like, I can't sit here. I can't sit still right now. So I rolled out of bed naked, got on the bedroom floor, sat down, and literally started shuffling my knees basically as a shimmy, but on the floor, because I needed to bang my legs on the floor. Like, I needed this sensation. And I needed it a lot. And I was going to shake the entire bed if I did it with her there. And knowing that I'm the splenic one, sometimes she doesn't always need all of that. But I needed it. And so I didn't even really say anything to her. I just kind of rolled over, like, did my thing and got on the floor. Because she has been the friend she has to me and is open to who I am. She knew what was happening and it wasn't a big deal. And there was no, did I do something to make you upset? Are you mad at me? I mean, she asked me later if I was okay. But I think this is where, when we talk about influence, it can also come through intimacy, right? Not all relationships are built equally. Not all relationships have the same intimacy. And when a relationship is truly intimate, when the intimacy is truly safe in it, you can do weird, quote unquote, weird shit like that. And the person you're
super normal shit.
Yeah, it's super normal.
But we're all like, we're just really weird.
Right,
super
taught that it's weird to process through the body.
Yes.
And so
we've been taught that's what possession looks like. We'll talk about that.
This is a big one for all our spiritual people. That's going to have to be a whole different episode. Yeah.
It's going to be my favorite episode.
Yeah, it'll be a great one for sure. We have a lot of really great stories. Not scarier, but we can't go there today. It'll be a whole different...
Today's about business.
But the intimacy piece. And I have to say, like, my favorite mentors, whether I'm still with them or not, whether we're even still in each other's stratospheres or not, My favorite mentors have been the ones who have provided a certain depth of intimacy where I can really actually bring, even if I don't bring all of myself into their spaces, I can bring certain depths of myself into that space and really be seen.
Hey guys, clearly this episode has gone on a little long. We've made the executive decision to cut this in half. So this will be the end of part 1, and stay tuned for part 2. Bye guys.